Alright guys, we are back with the Wise Guys, part 3 of the Cyberpunk Red core rules given to us by our Talsorian before the release of the entire game. We get to take a taste have a taste at it, and we are doing it. We are at the buffet. Alright, I'm out of metaphors. We are here to play some Cyberpunk Red because that's what you want to see. We're continuing our story in Austin, Texas, where the boys are helping the Central Texas Preservation Society, helping them not get kidnapped and trying to figure out what the hell's going on with Biotechnica in the area. But before we get into that, join our Discord. Join our Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go and join this awesome community where we're part of Cyberpunk 2020 Red. We talk about 2077, Warhammer, all kinds of cool stuff. We're just like-minded people that love Cyberpunk, and we help GMs with their games and blah, blah, blah. You know the deal. Link will be in the description below. I also have a podcast, a Tabletop Cyberpunk podcast, where I ramble about Cyberpunk. And I will be doing a war story, which is a normal segment on my show where I talk about how I crafted this adventure that we're about to play on and all that stuff, right? So if you're interested in seeing how the sausage is made, or inside baseball, yep, I used 2 different sayings for the exact same thing. That's just, you know. Anyway, we are here with the Wise Guys. Let's introduce
the secret sawdust.
Okay, is that even a thing? That's an Alabama thing, dude. Alright, we're here with our players, ladies and gentlemen, so let's introduce them and we will get going. First on the list is Barry Ruth.
Hey, what's up? I'm What the Fool. I'm playing Barry Ruth. He's solo in the Cyberpunk universe that doesn't use guns and is probably about to get shot a whole lot here in the next few minutes.
There is a chance that is correct.
I just remember a recap from where we last left off. Barry Ruth is standing right next to a robot with 2 turrets pointed at him.
Yeah, we'll see how far Barry Ruth makes it. Because, you know, he's a solo that doesn't use guns. So
next week there might be Barry Ruth Jr., his son who looks remarkably like his father.
Wow, you have the same equipment and everything.
No, not Barry Ruth. You just changed the first letter of the first name with the first letter of the last name.
Oh,
so instead of Barry Ruth, you're Rary Booth.
Rary Booth. All right. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to Hub Masango. I'm sorry,
Yes, man. Hub Mansango.
It's Hub Masango. The N is silent.
Just say Hub. It's okay.
Go for it.
Alright. I'm Joe. I go by Shrub Ninja. Games and stuff. I don't do any streaming or anything like that, but I'm looking forward to continuing this campaign.
Thank you. That was very like wedding video. Like, you know, when you go to the guests.
Yeah, like, I don't really fit in here, but like, okay.
Say something nice about the couple,
yeah,
Joe.
Say something about them, the baby that's coming.
Open minibar, yay!
All right, moving on to our boy Sam Ectoplasm, resident rocker boy.
Yeah, it's Jimbosaurus Rex. Been playing games and stuff and, you know, doing whatever I want to do, and I've had the unfortunate of knowing What the Fool for 10 plus years.
Yikes.
Oof.
I'm kidding, he's one of my best friends.
We're all best friends. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds
ready
good.
To blow shit up ready to blow shit up as soon as the GM gives me a freaking grenade launcher.
You're gonna have to find one off the back of a truck or something.
I think John has grenade PTSD.
Yeah, dude, there's no way. Not after the last campaign. No, you can't have grenades, okay? Everyone else, you're welcome to have grenades. You just solved every problem I threw at you with a grenade. You're like, I'll throw a grenade at it.
That's a very
because you
effective
threw
problem.
grenade solvable problems at me.
I mean, I guess
I
you're
fail to
right.
see how this is my fault.
No, it's
Listen.
not. It's not.
Listen, you had guys pull up in front of us in a van, open the door, sitting on a mini turret. What was we supposed to do?
No, okay. Granted, that was the best thing to do in this situation.
What if Joe would have got a god roll when that dude was sniping at us with the anti-material rifle, and he just went, and then
Just
Richter
chucked
just
it,
goes,
dude?
Richter just goes, Kobe,
And just chucks it, dude?
and it flies like 5 blocks and hits the guy.
Well, this
Glorious.
Here,
in
you just hear,
Cyberpunk 2020, it would definitely happen. All right, let's move on to our resident netrunner, Blackadder.
Blackadder is DG Rage Riot, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, all those lovely places, possibly OnlyFans if you know me well enough.
Uh-oh.
The resident netrunner, freelancer until now. Love to hack shit, worthless with a gun. I have no armor whatsoever, so I'm jacked in. Plenty of rival netrunners around that are out for me. A couple of friends I've made along the way, but few and far between. Looking to destroy some demons tonight is what I'm looking to do.
Oof. Or hopefully not get destroyed by a demon.
Or not have a full TPK.
All right. I almost forgot. And that's ironic. This next thing that I'm about to do, it's ironic that I almost forgot to do it. But, so after our second session, we got some people that hit me up on various places asking me about the rules. And we have an addendum to the rules. We made some mistakes. And we're just going to ratify them off the top. And we'll do that every episode if it happens. Hopefully not as often. We'll learn our lesson. But if, in case, I know you guys are tuning in to see some of the rules, so I'll give you guys an addendum. We have 4 things on there. The first one was grapple checks are brawling skills, and Barry, you did a athletics roll instead of a brawling roll for grabbing the guy, which is they're both dex based, but one is an athletic thing, and then the other one is like hand to hand grappling and stuff like that. So, but it's not a big deal. What's your brawling anyway?
The same.
It's the same.
It would have made.
So
no
it would have
difference.
made no difference, exactly. But just in case there's somebody, it's for the wiki, for the wise guys Wikipedia. Okay.
Right.
All right. Second thing, we messed up in 3 different ways for the net running that we did. Number 1, it's an action to jack into the node, and then do the Pathfinder. So it would be scan, jack in, and then Pathfinder, right? And that would have been all your turn.
Pretty much.
So I was skipping the jack in part and pretty much giving you an extra turn. No big deal. We know now. Second of all, when you encounter a Black Ice program, you immediately do a Black Ice ambush check with it. And I've been skipping that as well. I didn't know that.
Right.
I forgot about that. So it's 1d10 plus its speed stat versus 1d10 your interface and any speed bonuses you have, like the Speedy Gonzalez program. If you had turned it on before, it gives you like a bonus to your speed, And
What was that? That was 1d10 plus speed, and then 1d10 what?
Yours is 1d10 plus interface plus any speed bonuses that you have.
Okay.
So basically, like, you'd go into the network, you'd be like, John, one of my actions is I want to turn on my Speedy Gonzalez program, and it gives you +2 to your speed, and then you can like encounter the Black Ice with help already. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that. And the last one is 1 program per meat space action can be turned on. So basically, I was letting you attack with your sword twice in 1 turn, but you're only allowed to open 1 program at a time. So that sword can only be used once on your turn unless you have multiple copies of it on your cyber deck.
Okay,
right?
that makes sense.
So if you had multiple copies of it, you could turn them on. Like, you could be like, I have 2 actions, I have 2 copies of this, I'll do 2 sword attacks, right?
Yeah.
So that's just stuff like you can figure out after everything's all said and done, But
I'm sure I'll fuck it up, but I'm sure the lovely players and people in YouTube will let us know.
Yeah, it's
Please.
all good.
Comment down below. Let us know, please.
Oh, hell yeah.
And guess what, guys? Just in case you didn't know, it did not diminish our fun at all to mess up those rules.
None whatsoever.
So we're having a blast and everybody's having a blast. That's just, you know, addendum kind of stuff. All right, that's it for the addendum. Hopefully next week we won't have one. And yes, like everybody said, we encourage you guys to hit us up about it. All right, let's go back to outside the storm, the lab on the southern end of the storm. What we have here is the players in combat. And we are starting this session with combat as we had left last session with combat. So let me get this turn counter going. There we go. Now this combat will begin according to the rules. The demon and the black ice and the 2 turrets will be on top of the turn order. And everything else is exactly as it was before. I took a screenshot. I promise. Okay.
No, I believe you.
And confirm locations. Everybody's inside, and I am up on the roof currently, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. You are up on the roof right now, still connected to the node. And what had happened was these guys walked in, and the robot that was actually there was cool with them walking in, was fine because they had the badges that they took off the other goons, and everything was all good. But then all of a sudden the robot's like, what's the password? And they hit you up. They hit up Blackadder saying, hey dude, what happened? I thought you had the password. We have this application that we got off the goons. These apps aren't working. And what had happened was something that is unprecedented in the net, is the password was changed without a netrunner being present. Because demons are not powerful enough to change passwords and stuff like that on the fly. But at the same time, you have no idea if another netrunner is in the system or not, but all evidence points to another netrunner being in the system, changing things. Now, the only way a netrunner can be in the system is if they're within 6 meters of the control node. Which you are, Blackadder, and, I mean, 6 meters is a small area. You guys, unless there's somebody in this room, right here, then you have no idea. Right?
Yep. Right.
You forgot that to mention that Blackadder also locked the door behind us.
Yeah, that's right. He also locked the door behind you.
Thanks for that.
Yep.
We love you.
we love you.
Okay, so let's see. Demons prioritize.
Remember to write that in my obituary.
Okay, so the demon is first in this combat turn, and what the demon, according to the rules, it prioritizes any control nodes it is in control of, which are the 2 turrets. And if there are any remaining actions, it can zap an enemy netrunner. So that's exactly what he's going to do with this first turret. He's going to fire at either Barry, Hub, or Sam. How about you guys roll me a d10, each of you. See which one of you gets targeted. Lowest gets targeted.
Did we change stuff? Because I said that when those turrets, when Barry was like right there, I mean, I'm okay with if you're doing this. When Barry was right there, Sam went, fuck, and then just dove over the top of this thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hiding behind the fucking counter.
That's fine. Go wherever you want to be. I might have moved you by accident.
It's all good. I'll stick with what we got right here.
Well, actually, Sam is hiding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was just like, because Sam was just like, fuck.
Oh my god, he rolled a 2. He rolled a 3, you rolled a 2. Alright, so Sam, you're actually in cover, and they don't have line of sight on you. But I believe Hub, you're not in cover, because you were right here, but or were you down there?
Like, when he jumps to there, I'm behind the whatever that is. I think you said it was some kind of, like, futuristic fax machine.
Okay, how about we do this? How about both of you roll me an athletics roll against this AI's perception? Okay, you just have to beat a 14.
I got an 18.
Yeah. Oh, very nice, Sam.
Nice.
Very nice. You expertly, both of you, dodge out of the way and get into cover. But the only problem is Barry's exposed. So I think you're some kind of clairvoyant, Brian, because It seems
Oh,
like
listen, I knew what was gonna go down. Okay.
That's
You
his
don't have
job.
to see. You don't have to see the future to to know man standing in front of turrets and gun droid
yeah, is not
might
going to
be
be
getting
good.
shot.
All right, so this thing is going to be firing with an assault rifle that is connected to it. So let's see how this goes right here. Assault rifle, 4 squares. It needs a 16, right? Yeah, 4 squares. All right, here we go. First shot hits. And it is going to roll 5d6 as that is the damage. 13 damage.
Okay.
All right. And then Jesus Christ, what's going on here? Do you mind if are you subtracting the armor and stuff? I don't have to do it, right?
Yeah,
Or
I'll do
you
it.
you can do it on the token for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the first shot with that guy. And then it's going to shoot with its other turret. And it needs a 17 because you're actually closer. So it needs 1 higher. Alright, the second shot misses. And it actually rolled a 1. So roll 1d10. Okay, so it didn't...
I'll make short out.
It did not short out. If it had rolled higher on that d10, then I would have had it short out. It did not short out, but it did jam, and it is now cycling. The demon is cycling in the net to try to fix it. And then now it's going to zap Blackadder with its remaining attack. And let's see, zap. I just want to make sure. I think it's 1d6, right? 1d10. Sorry, I'm just reading the rules.
It's all good. It's all good.
Uh,
You reminded me to pull up my cheat sheets, so I'm gonna pull those up.
Okay, yeah, it's 1d6. So 1d6 damage. But, at first it has to beat your interface, right? So defense
Right, so
against the program's defense value or the netrunner's interface plus d10. Okay. So let me just get... So roll me your interface plus d10.
All right.
And then I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. Alright, it is not able to zap you. In the net, this demon is above you, and no matter where you are in this net, it is there with you. And actually, there's a hellhound next to you, too. And this demon zaps at you, but you're able to dodge out of the way. And that's it for the demon's turn. Not too bad. Now the hellhound that you have encountered is going to ambush you. So 1d10 plus its speed stat is a 6. And then you're going to give me an interface. 1d10 plus interface. Oh, unfortunately, you are not able to dodge it. And it is going to do 2d6 damage directly to your HP. 9.
So take 9.
Yeah, as it jumps onto you and rends you with its claws. In the net, you pixelate a little bit. Your avatar pixelates. And you feel a zap go straight into your brain through the interface jacks.
We're gonna have to
All
get
right.
you a defense program.
Okay, these things are done. And it is now Barry Ruth's turn.
Cool. So yeah, Barry, you said that Robo Bitch here was connected to the wall by cables, right?
Yeah, it's a bunch of thick tubing. They look like plastic tubes and wires and all kinds of stuff. It's just like a huge, thick bundle of them.
Yeah, my question is, how breakable do these tubes and wires look?
Well, with a baseball bat, not very breakable, but with a sharp object... Do you have something...
The baseball bat itself is a bite.
Well, you can aim for the components on the back of the head of the robot and break it from there. But like actually trying to cut the wire would be very difficult with the baseball bat. It's like fiber optic wires inside of plastic tubing. You know, that's like the situation.
Would be better. Yeah, I'm a beat this robot roundabout it.
Yeah, beat it
body.
up. Beat it up, dude.
Barry Ruth solves problems with violence.
Okay. Well, let's get violent. All right, very good roll. You roll to hit with your weapon, And this robot is not dexterous enough to dodge out of your attack, so you get that attack damaging.
Okay, so this will be, of course, at +3, because, like I told you, in the +4, my bad, yeah. Pumping everything into it.
Okay.
So that's going to be
13.
13.
Alright, a bunch of servos and wires are exposed as your baseball bat finds a place in its corpse, in its abdomen area, and you get one more attack. Okay.
That's not as good.
Oh, but it's good enough. Roll your damage. +3, 15?
No. Only, it's only
the first one?
For your first meet.
Okay. Alright, you swing again under its arm, and you break some more things that look like they might be important, but this thing is still going. You're definitely doing some damage, and it is Sam Ectoplasm's turn.
Because I can shoot and then drop right back down behind cover again, right?
If you forego your move action, yes.
I don't remember which one would be a better one to shoot at with my pistol. I'm gonna shoot at this one right here.
Okay. Alright, so you're gonna shoot with your pistol?
Yeah.
Alright, let me just get my cheat sheet. Alright, you need a 15? No, sorry, you need a 13. And that's good enough. Roll your damage, you hit. Ooh, nice shot. You crack a shot off. And you see that your bullet hits home on this turret. It's a really easy target. And you see it shorting out, but the ball is still moving. The gun is still moving around.
So I can take another shot and then drop down behind the counter again, right?
Well, does a heavy pistol have 2 rate of fire or only 1?
I think a heavy pistol's got 2 rate of fire. Let me double check.
I can check here. Heavy, yeah, it has 2. Go for it. Another shot.
So I'll take another shot.
Ooh, critical. All right, roll your damage. 7. Okay. I mean, this is a robot, so it doesn't really have a critical injury, but let's just see for the shits and giggles. Broken leg, I'd say broken component. Broken servo, its aiming servos are broken, as you did 7 damage. So I'm going to say it's going to take negatives to, instead of -4 to move, it's -4 to hit. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Nice.
I think that's fair.
And then Sam's just going to be like, shit! And then just drop back down behind the counter again.
Yeah, and just for our listeners and watchers, there's no rules for critical injury on non-mammal, people enemies. So there's no like robotic critical injury. So I'm just making something up on the fly. All right, now Mr. Roboto is not feeling good about what's going on. And he does not like that Barry is clawing into him, so he is going to swing at you with his cybernetic arm, which is just a robot arm.
Bitch.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm rolling on the wrong one. I'm rolling on the advanced. It should be this one. Alright, it swings and you dodge out of the way, Barry. It comes for it swung at you with a right hook, and with its left hand in a claw formation, it is going to come back and try to swipe at you with the 22. That's not bad.
Fucking move. Come on, Barry. Nope, Barry got on
Barry
this one.
got. And it is going to do... Oh, wait, let me just check the weapons, melee weapons. I want to find an equivalent. Heavy is rate of fire 2, yes, so I can. All right.
Are you looking, if it's effectively Ripper Claws, I believe Ripper Claws do 2d6.
It's more a heavy melee weapon. That's I'm putting it in that lane. So it's 2 rate of fire, 3d6. All right, this ignores half your armor, 9 damage. And that is it for his turn. Hub, it is your turn.
I am going to use my heavy pistol and take a shot at that robot.
All right. Show me 15. It's a hit.
Got him.
11 damage. You crack a shot and you punch a hole into this robot. It hits a computer. The round hits a computer behind it, and you have one more shot.
Alright, I'll take another shot at it.
That's a hit.
Alright.
Alright, this shot looks like it hit some important components. You see this thing twitching a little bit, but it's still in hand-to-hand combat with Barry. It hasn't gone down or anything.
Alright.
And Blackadder, it is your turn. Do you need a reminder of the net architecture?
Hold on.
Okay, you are in level... You're in level 5. You're at Hellhound.
Right, yeah, we went through the asp already.
Yeah. So now you're at
Got the
you're at
control
the
node.
Hellhound, and what you see in front of you is this Hellhound, and the Ifrit demon. It is saying, it strangely is saying, "You're not supposed to be here," and it opens its mouth and begins pulling out a program out of its mouth. It's pulling another Hellhound out of its mouth. It looks like it's struggling.
So this should be fresh turn, 3 net actions total starting.
Yeah, you're full net actions right now.
Doesn't matter though, making sure we use the rules the right way. I don't have any defensive programs I can use.
You can slide out of where you are so you avoid the Hellhound. But the Ifrit demon will still be following you. At least you don't have to fight the Hellhound and the demon.
Yeah, I'm sliding for sure.
Okay, so you will slide, and let me just pull up my cheat sheet.
Yep, that's going to take 1 net action. So I'm just FYI, I'm running my net actions in the blue circle.
Okay, so net actions, slide. That's what it is.
Alright, so interface.
Yeah, roll me an interface.
Oh, Christ.
Ooh, you rolled a 1, huh? Let's see.
Here we go, boys.
It don't look good for you, my friend.
It don't look good for me at all.
Alright, you tried to leave, and he goes, incorrect. And the demon says, "You can't leave here!" And it starts pulling more of the Hellhound out. You still have 2 more actions.
Alright, so. What does the control node give me access to again?
The drug vending system. That's what's next. And then there's another password and another control node for the automated turret's override.
Alright, so I haven't even gotten to those yet, so that's not an option.
You can try to slide again.
Alright, well, since I can only use the sword once, I'm going to attempt another slide, and if I fail, then we'll swing, go out and fight.
Okay.
Alright, interface incoming.
And this is for the slide, right?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, this Hellhound.
Nope.
It's really hard to get away from a Hellhound.
Alright, so final net action, I'm going to swing my sword at the Hellhound.
At the Hellhound or the demon? I recommend the demon.
Yeah, I was thinking the demon as well.
Because it's going to pop out another Hellhound.
Yeah, and I'd like to stop that before it happens.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's do that.
And this is going to be against its own defense.
Alright, so yeah, what am I rolling again? Roll
1D, it's just interface.
Interface again, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. There's the interface roll.
Okay, and this is... Oh, it's opposing roll. Oh, you're rolling terribly, dude.
Dude.
Oh. You swing with your sword and you whiff. You whiffed your entire turn, man.
Every single roll.
Ugh. That hurts. It hurts my soul. Alright. The demon is back in control, as it is going to take over the turrets once again, and they're going to take a shot back at Barry Ruth, as they don't have line of sight on anybody else.
I mean, they could shoot through the table. They know where they're at.
It's true. They can shoot
Barry
through the
ain't
table. Alright, how about all of you roll 1d10? Except for Blackadder.
No, just because Brian is upset he's getting shot at, fuck that shit.
Well, let fate decide, okay? Sam Ectoplasm.
Nerd.
You are targeted.
Nerd.
Let me look up the cover rules on that thing. Did I write it down? Okay, so I'm going to say it's a wooden piece that has 20 HP. Alright, so it's going to take a shot at you. It's roll 1d10 plus 14. Alright, I think that's a hit. Yeah, that's definitely a hit on Sam. Yep. Alright, it's going to fire at your cover as you are behind cover. And it fires its assault rifle in your direction, doing 16 damage to the cover. You just see chunks of wood fly up in the air. And it's going to take another shot. With the assault rifle, it needs a 16. Oh, it's right on the money, dude. Alright. The good news is you're fine, but your cover's completely blown out as it fired 2 shots into your cover, and that desk, it splinters, wood pieces fly all over the place, and you don't really have any good cover there anymore. And it is, let's all roll 1d10 again to see where this automated turret fires.
No!
Hub.
Ooh. Alright, Hub, you are targeted. This thing is moving around and it targets the fax machine that's in front of you, or whatever that thing is. I'm going to say...
Remember, that one but that one also has a -4 to hit, you said.
Oh, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. So let's roll. 17 is still good enough.
But, oh yeah, you already took the -4 in.
Yeah. And it shoots at this fax machine, but the fax machine is still good enough to cover you as pieces of its servos and boxes are coming, or microchips are flying all over the place. This thing's going to fire another shot in your direction, Hub. Oh, it rolled a critical, dude. I'm not gonna roll for it, but that cover is completely gone. And that's the end of the demon's... and with its last action, it's going to zap you.
Of course it is.
Yep. +3. Alright, roll me an interface and beat a 6. Alright, barely.
Christ.
Holy shit, you barely beat it. Alright, it tries to zap you, but it's not doing a very good job as it's still trying to pull this Hellhound out of its mouth. And speaking of Hellhound, it is going to attack you now. Beat a 9.
Yeah!
Barely made it.
Close, dude.
The
I don't
Hellhound
like this.
leaps at you and you dodge out of the way in the net. And we are back at Barry Ruth's turn.
Okay. We're gonna continue pummeling this robot as one does.
Oh, it critically
Holy
dodges out of your
shit.
way. And rolling a 31, I mean, it couldn't be better than that. Barry, you take a swing at it, and it's almost like it's an inhuman thing.
Robot?
Exactly, as it dodges out of your way. Take another swing. Alright, you take a backswing. It critically fails! From all the damage it has taken, its leg gives out, and it falls to one knee, as you will get double damage as it is serving its head to you.
Ooh. On a platter, silver platter for you, sir.
And that would be a +4 on the damage, so 16. So we're looking at 32.
32 damage, a whopping 32 damage, does so much damn damage. You break this robot's head clean off. And the entire servos and tubing and everything, you break a major component as the turrets power off and go back up into the ceiling. And Blackadder, all of a sudden, you see the demon just disappear from this net architecture. The Hellhound is still there, but the demon is gone. And when it's leaving, it says, "What's happening to me?" And it just rezzes out of the net. And ladies and gentlemen, combat is over as there's a weird silence in this lab. Now that everything is all said and done, you just hear the hum of the machinery and the computers and stuff like that. But the turrets are off. This robot is on the ground in a heap of metal. And you guys are back in control of the situation.
All right.
Now, Blackadder, you're still in the net. And if you want to travel past this Hellhound, you can try to do that. And try to take control of whatever's left in the architecture.
Right, so we got currently at the Hellhound, and then after that, it's the control node for the drug vendor. And then another password, another node for all of the turrets, but we don't need those now.
Yeah, exactly.
But there is a bottom floor, correct? Another, was that level 6?
Yeah, there's a bottom floor to this net architecture. It just says bottom floor, but before that are some files.
Alright, we want to get in those files, boys. Do we want to try to get in there? Talk to me. Talk to me.
I mean, yeah, we need to know what they're doing, what their plans are, and everything like this. Barry says as he's hitting this robot 2 more good times with his bat
Clink,
out of
clink,
his spine.
clink.
Yeah, so I think we want to try and get into this room over here because I don't see anything important in this room yet.
Yeah, all you know is the entrance is right here, and it's actually weird that it's like the entrance is outside. You can't get in from where you are.
Alright, so I do want to continue to take a look at the files. However, I want to unlock all the doors first.
Yeah.
Just at least, I just want to unlock them. I don't want to have us locked down again.
Well, if you can get to the next control node, you'll have you'll be able to control the other one.
Alright,
I'll just say that. I'm not sure exactly, but we'll just say that that's what it is. So you want to try to slide again?
Yep. Let's scoot and boot.
No, you get 3 tries to slide. So
Alright. Interface.
beat a 7, dude. You did it. You slid.
Good.
You
Finally,
activated your slide, and you slid to the next area. You are now control node number 6.
Alright.
And you don't actually have to roll anything for this. You actually get control of the drug vending system. And the only options you have are increased drug dosage or reduced drug dosage. That's all you see.
That's all I see. Can I see what the doses are for or where they're going to?
It says it says for the profile of recipient, it says subject.
Just subject.
Subject.
Okay. Alright. So proceed.
Alright, moving on to 7.
Password.
You have a password.
Right?
Roll me an interface.
Yep.
Alright, it says incorrect password.
Fuck, what, I got one more?
Yeah. Incorrect password.
Fuck.
And it says, be careful, you might be locked out of the system.
Alright, I'm done here for now.
So, Black, do you guys communicate with each other in some way?
Yeah, I'm letting them know that I'm trying to roll this password and it's just not working at all.
Okay. Is there anything you guys would like to do before he tries to take another swing at it?
Yeah, I don't imagine they have it written down on a sticky note in the room.
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Look through the room.
Yeah, I guess we'll look through and see if there's any notes or anything. What do we want to roll for that?
Let's get a conceal reveal object from all you guys.
Also, are either of y'all any good with computers?
Nope.
Yeah, basic tech, you'd be able to use a computer.
I don't have conceal reveal.
I do, but I rolled bad.
Okay.
I rolled better.
Good.
You rolled a
It's
little
not
bit
just
better.
me. Thank God it's not just me.
So you guys are just, and Jimmy, why don't you just roll it at a 2? So 1d10 plus whatever the skill is.
It's intel.
So 1d10 plus int plus 2. Alright, there you go. 11, alright. So what's going on is you guys are going through these desks and paperwork. You're lifting paperwork, looking through papers, and looking to see if there's anything. Drawers, opening all kinds of stuff. Barry, you open a drawer, and there's a lockbox inside, and it says IT passwords. And there's a pin pad on there. Do you guys have
1,
a
2,
tech
3,
tool?
4.
Yeah, you want to try 1, 2, 3, 4?
Well, I have a tech tool, so we're gonna message Blackadder and tell him that we found something. We're gonna try and figure it out.
Okay, I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes in real time because that's how long it would take for you to do it according to the rules. So
Nice.
let me just do that.
Sam's more
Set
or
a
less
timer for
into-
5 minutes.
Okay. And so wait, what are we doing with this timer?
It's how long it takes you to actually open the thing.
Yeah, so why don't you roll me a basic tech as well to see if we can shave off some time.
I mean, I could, depending on what this is made out of, I could open it.
You could also roll your luck roll. I'll allow this. You do 1d10 plus your luck. Okay, it's taking you a while. You're not able to shave some time. You know it's going to take you about 5 minutes.
You forgot to add your intel, didn't you?
I just did a basic tech is different than I did a tech roll. Sorry,
you did a tech roll. Okay, I was gonna say
I don't have basic tech.
If you guys want to roll a 1d10 plus luck, one of you, and you beat a 15 somehow, then I will say that 1234 was the password.
Nice.
Sam is just into the searching the room as a way to just trash it. So he's less looking for things, more that he's just fucking destroying everything he's looking through.
All right, sounds good. You're knocking over like important computer stuff. They all look very expensive. And
motherfucker, we're trying to look for stuff here. Just hold on.
Shit.
1, 2, 3, 4 was not the password as well. You know, you got to try though.
Rip.
I mean, the password's in the computer, right? As I smash a computer on the ground.
Does your guy just have like an intelligence of 1?
No.
He's just a jackass.
He just doesn't give a shit.
Sam.
All right, Blackadder, you're still in the net. Unfortunately, this hellhound is going to attack you again.
Oh.
Yep. Bring the pain.
Also, by the way, I'm going to be looking out the door, like watching out the door. Wow.
Alright, let me just go back to its stats because now it is the hellhound that is in control. Its attack is 6, yeah. Okay. So beat a 6. Ooh, beat a 16. Oof.
Are you kidding me?
Oof.
Interface incoming.
Oh,
nope.
No, it's going to do 2d6 damage straight to your HP. 9.
Fuck.
How much do you have left?
I'm at 22.
Okay, I think that you're almost half health, right?
Yeah, 20 is half health.
Alright, you're starting to see white spots around your eyes, and that really hurt. You're gonna have a headache for some days. Okay, go for it. Oh no, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Rescind that. You slid out of the way of the thing. Of the Hellhound. You're not facing the Hellhound anymore. So, you have that 9
Wait,
HP.
Did I?
Yeah, you slid out of the way. I totally forgot. That's how you got to where you are. You did a slide. And black ice don't follow
That's
you.
right. The 11, yeah, the 11 check.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
So yeah, my bad. You can add 9 to that.
Back to 31.
And, okay, so now you do have the password in front of you. That's what you're trying to get through.
Right. So let's roll on that password.
Alright, I'm going to give it to you. It's close enough. And you are now into the control node of the automated turrets override. You're getting all kinds of error messages showing that the controls are not working.
Right.
And you can move on to the next area without rolling anything. And you have another password in front of you.
Alright, incoming roll.
Alright,
15.
nice, very well done. You move on to the files. As you have one more action, you can try to extract some of these files. And why don't you give me a, yeah, just give me an ID, which is your interface plus D10.
Okay, interface plus D10.
Okay.
9.
You're looking through these files, but you're not really seeing anything of importance. And we're back to you guys. It looks like you're going through your tech tool, and in about 40 seconds, the tech tool is saying it is going through all the various kinds of passwords. And you see it's just lighting up 3432, 3433, and it's doing it quickly, really quickly. And there's a timer that says 30 seconds, 28.
Alright, I guess we just wait it out.
Yeah, I'm watching out the door still, just to make sure nothing's coming up on us. Nothing's going in, coming out, stuff like that.
Yeah,
because we don't know that Blackadder's like getting fucked up by Hellhound and stuff, right?
No, you guys, unless he's telling you.
Well, also, he only got hit by it once. He didn't take that last hit.
Yeah, that second hit, I slid.
Well, being attacked by
Beep,
one,
beep,
I guess.
beep, 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 beep. The pin pad lock is done, and it opens up. And inside are a bunch of like post-it notes and scrawled papers with all kinds of passwords. There's like 20 of them.
Fuck. Alright. I'll tell Blackadder that we found it, but there are a shitload of passwords in here. I guess I'll, whenever he's ready, I can start reading from the top one, or...
Or you could take pictures of it with your agent and just send it to him,
Yeah.
the whole lot.
Yeah,
that
I'll do
works.
that. I'll send him, bank passwords.
So yeah, you lay out the post-it notes and all the papers. You take a picture with your agent and you send it to Blackadder. And while you're in the net, Blackadder, you get this notification on the top right of your vision, and it says you have a message from Hub, and
You got mail.
you've got mail. And you open it up, and it looks like you have some help with where you're gonna be able to look. It gives you a clue on exactly what files you're looking for. So why don't we go back to you and roll me your
Okay.
interface +2.
All right, interface +2.
All right, that's an 18. You smashed it. As you are getting into these files, and you finally find something of importance. You find these Biotechnica memos for access codes to enter the nightclub database. Or sorry, no, that's not what I'm looking at. Here we go. You find research paper results and something called the Gatekeeper Protocol. Okay.
Gatekeeper Protocol.
And if you want to roll me a science, do you have science or deduction as a skill?
Hold on. Gatekeeper Protocol.
And it says another one says research paper results.
All right, I have library search, education.
No, I would need a science or deduction skill.
No. Nope.
Or you can
Nope.
just roll me a 1d10 plus your intelligence and hope for the
All right.
best.
All right, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Fuck's sake, dude.
You do not know.
Oh my-
You have no idea. This might as well be in another language. You have no idea what any of this stuff is. But you can take these files with you and try to determine what they are at a later time, maybe with some help. But the good news is you do have access to all the doors. You can go to the bottom floor and you'll have access to all the doors, all the lights, and everything.
All right, yeah, let's extract the files and then let's open up these doors, or let's at least open the front door where we're at now. And the only other entrance to this room we do not see currently is that door, right?
Exactly.
Over here, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna relay all the message to the guys. We're in there. I got some files. I don't know what the fuck they say because I'm the best net runner ever. So I'm gonna move down. I want to hop down off the roof too as they're coming out the door.
So you slide that. You hear a magnetic lock pop off on that door. You guys can hear it from where you are. It's a loud clink noise.
Oh, before he starts going
Right
out,
back.
I'm gonna remind Blackadder to trash the video files because we don't want them knowing we came.
All right, roll me a stealth interface. There's actually a netrunner skill for that. Let me actually look it up.
Yeah, it's
I believe it cloak. That's what it's called.
Cloak.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the
So what is
Pathfinder-
cloak again? 1d10 plus stealth?
No, it's just your interface, and the next netrunner that comes and checks out this net architecture, if they don't beat your cloak, whatever number you just roll right now, then they
Alright.
wouldn't know that you were in the system. They have no way
Alright,
to trace
interface
you.
incoming.
Alright, that's really good.
15?
That's really good.
15.
15 is really good.
Also, I wanted him to delete the video files.
Yeah, yeah,
Get
you
rid of
can
the-
do that with cloak. You can do all of that.
Oh yeah, purge.
Yeah,
Purge it all.
you purge everything. So there's no... They know some shit went down, but they don't know who, what, where, because unless they can beat your 15 with their netrunner, which is going to be really difficult to do.
All right, let's
Okay.
flush the files. Shift delete all those files. All right.
All right, you do that, and you guys have access to that door right there.
All right.
Let me know when you walk in.
I'm not gonna be the first one, but I'll move over there.
Sam.
I'm going with him. I'm not at my computer right now.
Well, we see that.
Well, okay, we'll just say Sam is back here with us. And did you say you jumped down?
Blackadder.
Not yet. The other thing too, we forgot that I just realized recently is I also have range upgrade, so I can connect to nodes 8 meters away instead of 6.
Oh yeah, that's a big deal.
Nice.
So yeah, I totally space because I'm the best net runner ever. Yeah, it's great. But yeah, I want to jack out. I don't know if it's going to cost me any points to jack out safely.
It's fine. You're not in combat, and there's no danger
Alright.
to you, so I'll say that you can jack out just fine.
All right, gonna climb down. Stay in the corner.
All right, you do that, and eerily, there isn't that many people on the street over here. It looks like most of the people cleared out from here because of the earlier gunfights and police activity. It's not really a fun hangout spot anymore.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the best place to be right there.
The good news is your fight inside, you noticed that when you were inside it was really soundproof, so people probably didn't hear anything unless they were really just like walking by. So you guys are there, you're at that front door. It's a very heavy door. There is no magnetic lock on it anymore. You feel, if you touch the door, you can feel that it opens. So just let me know when you guys open it.
I'm gonna look at both of them and be like, you know, I'm starting to think y'all just see me as a bullet sponge.
I don't
I
see
mean-
you as a bullet sponge. You just sort of volunteer for the role.
I mean, you have a baseball bat. You're gonna get close and punch stuff. You don't have a gun.
I don't need a gun. And I'm gonna shove the door open and get ready to dive off to the side as well.
A gun killed
Just
my
so
family.
you know, I'm making that clear. Like Barry is real ready for there just to be guns pointed at him when this door opens. He's ready to dive as soon as he sees that shit.
I don't trust guns. Guns killed my pappy.
All right. So you open the door?
Yeah.
All right, you slide the heavy door aside. And sorry, give me 1 second. It was supposed to be reveal, not there you
Not
go.
make bigger.
You slide the heavy door aside, and
Nice.
inside is a laboratory room. At the center of the room, you see a body laying on a metallic operating table. The body is missing an arm and everything from the hip down. Robotic arms are working autonomously on the subject as they connect wires and make small adjustments to the various electronics that have become symbiotic with this body. Gray tubing from the ceiling pour out and come to a small connection point on the back of this person's skull. The body is male in his late 30s. Much like the tubing that you saw on the robot from the other room. Around the lab are various containers, some refrigerated. They are all hermetically sealed with pin pad locks on them. Body parts are laying about on these containers, and there is a table at the end of the room with a computer and blood all over it. There's a computer right here. Wait, sorry. There's the computer.
No, I see
yeah,
it.
and then there's this area right here is just covered in blood.
But
On the southern end of the room, boxes are lined up with firearms inside. These containers are locked. They're also locked with a pin pad. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3, right next to it.
How big are these boxes?
They're big enough to carry 1 firearm and some other stuff inside of it.
Okay. So,
One single weapon each, right?
Yeah, 1
Hey,
in each one.
Hey, Adder?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna need you to come in here and try and see what they have on that computer over there.
This body, as you guys are over here walking around, it's twitching. It's saying, "You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here." It's just repeating the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up towards it with my baseball bat ready. Hey, Hub.
Does it sound like it's saying the same repeating "you're not supposed to be here" over and over again, like the fucking demon was?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No.
Also, what's up in this crate up here to the north?
Um,
That's what I want to know.
so why don't you go up to that crate and give me a... It also has a pin pad lock on it.
Well, what's the general consensus, boys? You want to get in this computer first and then check the crates after?
I would like to get in that computer because, from my personal opinion, right now I think they're turning people into robots.
Yeah, sounds
All
about
right.
right.
And not the normal way of turning people into robots.
But big weapon crates, man.
We can pick those up and leave with them.
The crates themselves are a little bit heavy. Maybe two, and you might be able to take 2 of them out and load them into the car. Actually, you know what? You might be able to load all 3 into the car.
There's a big scrapping boy.
That's a nomad vehicle. It's meant for taking cargo.
Especially
Perfect.
mine. It's meant for smuggling people and weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
I've actually got I've got 2 secret compartment like weapon holster things, and 1 like larger compartment in the trunk.
Then that's perfect. That's exactly what your vehicle is meant for. So you guys would be able to easily fit that into the car. You just have to come, bring it over, park it on the curb, and that's it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this computer.
Yeah. So these things are locked.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
weapon
all the
crates.
crates are locked with pin pads.
Yeah.
Okay. See if there's anything to open them inside the computer.
Or check those passwords you found.
Yeah, or the
Mhm.
passwords that Hub's got in his hand.
Okay.
Well, I didn't have to bring the password. Yeah, I got a picture of them. I'm not carrying around 20 fucking post-it notes in my pocket.
So, Blackadder, why don't you give me an interface check +2 because of the help that you have from the passwords?
12.
Okay, with 12, you're able to get into this computer. You use one of the passwords that's on the list, and it works like a charm. And inside is you have full access to all the files and stuff on this computer. So it seems that the security on this computer is much less than the node that you were connected to. This is like a closed computer. It's not on any network or anything like that.
Okay.
And within this network, you see the same control nodes that you had or the same control drug system. And there's also a file that says miscellaneous passwords. And it's like it's a folder.
Let's go into that folder.
Okay. There's a lot of passwords here. It looks like it's not just for in this room. It says some of them are labeled warehouse, some of them are labeled lab. There's 4 labeled lab, and the rest of them are labeled warehouse.
All right, so 4 for the lab, rest of the warehouse.
Yeah.
And funny enough, we have 4 crates in here.
All right. So that's what I'm just relaying all this information to the crew, letting them know that there's even more passwords now. For what, I do not know.
Okay, so you see passwords. One of them's like 3683, 4492, 6868. You give the guys this information, and if you guys try it on these crates, eventually, within a couple minutes and trying each password on each crate, you're able to unlock all of them.
Nice.
Well,
So let's copy the passwords from the computer, and then wipe the passcodes from the computer.
I mean, you could just destroy the computer.
I mean that too.
Or pull the
I'm gonna
hard
just take the
drive, or
computer.
reformat the hard drive.
Well, let's let Sam have some fun afterwards. All right, I'm gonna
let's take
download everything that I need, and then he can have at it.
Does it have any data about what the fuck they're doing?
I'm sure it does. There's a bunch of... It's a hard drive. Just copy... You could easily copy the hard drive onto your cyber deck.
Do it.
And you do that, and it's just going to take a little bit of time. While you guys are doing that...
Poke through the weapons.
This body is still there. It's still repeating, like, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. And it's just repeating what it's saying. And
I'm gonna grab the cables and yank them out of the back of its head.
you do that, and you see this body just go limp. Its eyes are wide open, and it remains still. And it doesn't take a doctor to know that you just killed whoever this is.
They were dead before I did it.
And
Pretty much.
looking through the crates, one of them, of the 3 southern ones, one of them has a heavy pistol with 4 incendiary rounds laying down next to it. The other one has a heavy SMG with 3 armor-piercing rounds for an SMG.
Nice.
And then the final crate has a Militech shotgun with 4 incendiary shells.
Nice.
Sweet.
Alright, so yeah, I can, the cameras are disabled, right?
Yeah, everything is wiped.
Alright. I can go pull the car around so that we can
What was in
load
this green?
Yeah,
crate?
I was just hold on. What's up in here first before we do
A
anything?
whole bunch of body parts. I mean, you open it up and the stench hits you.
Don't need that.
Nope, close it back down real quick.
But
Fuck
before
that
you do
noise.
that, why don't I get a perception check from you guys?
For what's in the crate?
Yeah.
Or... Okay, I wasn't looking, so I'm not gonna roll.
Okay, so whoever was looking,
I know.
as you guys see all the body parts, the stench hits you, and Barry's about to close the lid on it again. He takes one good quick look at it, and he's about to close it, but before he does, you stop him, Sam, because you notice that these bodies have tags on them. They're tattooed on them. And one of them says Jeffrey Denbo on this these 2 legs, complete human legs. Jeffrey Denbo. And putting it together, it looks like it's the same skin tone as the guy that is on the table. I mean, almost exactly matching.
Was that the name of one of the people we were
Jesus
looking for?
Christ. They're taking these people that have disappeared and they're turning them into... What the shit?
Yes, that's exactly one of the names of the missing people from the Central Texas Preservation Society. Originally, they didn't know if these Biotechnica kidnappings or them being missing is linked, and they absolutely had no idea that their colleague was laying on a metal operating table in control of a system as like some kind of pseudo-human AI.
I'm gonna be like, alright, Barry, stand back. I'm gonna look at some of the other body parts and see if I can find other name tags and shit. Meanwhile, I'm doing that, I'm gonna go, Hub, I know you don't want to look in here, but that guy on the table's name is Jeffrey Denbo. He's one of your people's friends that have gone missing, and I'm willing to bet that there's a lot more people on that list of people that's disappeared.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the guy on the table and see, like, is it obvious that he's just gone? Like, he's not a person anymore?
Yeah, he's dead, and it looks like a lot of his organs are missing, and parts of his brain is just like connected into wires and stuff like that. You don't know anything about surgery or the human anatomy. You know that if you shoot someone with a gun, bad things happen to their body. But as far as looking at this guy, he has wires going into his brain. I mean, it didn't look like there was a safe way to get him out.
Yeah.
Even Jackie would have been like, I don't think I can do anything for this one.
Yeah. I think we just put him out of his misery.
Yeah, I mean, he's dead already, so he's out of his
Oh,
misery.
okay. I thought he was still, like, mumbling and stuff.
No.
No, he died when Barry ripped the cables out of the back of his head.
Yeah, when he was going, you're not supposed to be here, you're not supposed to be here, Barry's like, rip.
I'm done with this.
Yeah, you ripped out the cables, and some of them had like this liquid that was coming out of it. You can only assume there's some kind of drugs or something that were going into the system. And the name that you're looking for, Sam, is Elena Covey, which is one of the other ones that was kidnapped, but you're not seeing any of her body parts here. At least nothing tagged with her name.
Hey, Blackadder, did you get an address for this warehouse?
You did.
Good question.
You did. You look through this this warehouse. as he was saying these file names and stuff like that, why don't you give me a library search?
Roger that. Library search coming.
Yeah, you found the address to the warehouse. And not only did you find the address, it's also labeled as a staging zone. Staging zone, warehouse command center.
Staging zone, warehouse command center.
I'm gonna take videos of this. Once I'm done searching and stuff, I'm gonna take videos and pictures of this Jeffrey Denbo guy and stuff, making sure none of the other group is in any of the footage and stuff like that. And I'm gonna reach out to someone I know back in Night City, and then be like, "Yo, I need you to leak some shit on Biotechnica."
All right, you do that. You send pictures of Jeffrey Denbo's corpse and the various tubing and robotics and all kinds of stuff. Those robotic arms stopped working once he was disconnected, and they went into like a idle position.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take video of it too, like the body and stuff.
Yeah, you do that, and you send that message over to your buddy, and he immediately, you get a bunch of eyes open emojis response, and he says, "Sam, what the fuck is this?"
Hey,
Biotechnica's out here in Texas turning people into robots that can act as from what I'm gonna look at him and go, Adder, from what I'm gathering, this was the dude that was the other net runner that you were dealing with in the system, right?
Correct.
They're turning people into automated, they're turning people into like automated net runners, man. Like, this dude was slaved to the system. Like, literally, a corporation literally slaved this guy to the system.
Yep.
And so your friend, is that the response you give to your friend?
Yeah.
And
like, fuck these guys, man.
And he says, "What the fuck? How do they even do that? How do they even have that technology?" And then after that, before you could respond, he says, "Well, if anybody's got it, it's got to be Biotechnica, right?"
Yep.
And he says, "Well, what do you want me to do with this, Sam? I can't just blast it out there. I need some kind of source. I need something. This could just be in someone's backyard or something, or basement."
What's the street address for this building?
You can easily look that up, Blackadder. You can easily look it up from any of the files. There's like paperwork and stuff around. You got an address, you give it to your guy. Your guy says, "All right, hold on, give me a second. Let me look through the old satellite archives." And he goes onto his CityNet and looks through archived pictures from satellite images of Austin, Texas and stuff like that. And lo and behold, he finds that same building. And he says, "Are you telling me this is where you are, Sam?"
Yep.
And he says, "All right, well, when you give me the word, I'm blasting this out there, letting people know exactly where it is, and I'm getting on the first ride out, first flight out, going to Austin myself."
All right, man. I'll let you know when. We're gonna clear on out of here, though.
And he says, "Stay loose."
You know it.
All right, you guys have been in this lab for about 15 minutes now. And you can continue to look through it and stuff like that unless you feel like enough's enough.
We got what we needed from there, right? We know what they're doing. We got the footage. You sent it off. We got the passwords. We got the addresses. Got all the weapons. Got the heavy pistol, heavy SMG, the shotgun, and
the incendiary ammo is in Sam's pocket.
Yep.
Nice.
And all you guys need to do is pull up the car and load up the stuff into the car.
Let's do that.
Okay.
It'll be like, "Hey, Blackadder, before we leave, man, let's lock this building down and change the passwords to our shit."
Done.
And then I'll make sure the passwords go to my bud.
Nice.
All right.
And then, Sam just has a stroke of brilliance and decides to not write a song. A very terrible song.
Not write a song.
Apparently you are so fatigued, and as you're trying to put this song together to sum up this entire situation, the words are not coming to you. Maybe you're just taken aback by this whole situation. Maybe it makes you sick and you're not feeling inspired.
Nah, I'm just coming down off my synth coke.
That's what it is. That's what it is. All right, Hub, do you go out to the vehicle?
Bunch of times.
Do you go out to your vehicle?
Yeah, I go pull it around so we can get the guns.
Do you go alone?
No, I'll go.
I think we take a couple of people, not everybody.
I'll be like,
2
yo,
by 2.
Barry, keep an eye on fucking Adder, and I'm gonna go with Hub.
Okay, so as you guys walk out of here, you're seeing the streets starting to fill up some more. People are walking around in this area, cars are driving by, and for the most part, it's just normal day-to-day city stuff going on. And you get to your vehicle, which is here. I'll just bring it down.
Try and do stealth to just like be discreet about getting to the car and stuff. Like not look like we just came out of the lab building that everyone like suspicious of.
Okay.
Yeah, and I kind of like walk out here and do what I was doing before when I was like Sam was just kind of like jiving to some music in his head or something.
All right. Why don't you roll me a stealth too?
I don't have stealth.
Dexterity plus 1d10. And I'm giving both of you a +2.
Alright.
So you got a 16. And you got a 16. Alright. You guys get out, walk out of the lab, and just make your way into the public that is walking on the normal foot traffic. One of you like throws something into the trash can, and it just feels like you're part of this mess that is the city and the people walking around it. Nobody looks at you twice or anything like that. And your car is still parked on the curb right there.
Yep, we'll bring it up a little closer and then go in and grab, it's just the 2 weapons cases, right? 2 weapons cases, one like big green case full of body parts.
It was 3.
3 weapons cases, okay. So yeah, we'll grab 3 weapons cases.
Okay, why don't I get an athletics every time for each box?
Okay. I guess we'll probably have Barry help us some.
Sure. Anybody who thinks they're strong enough to carry that box. Sam, you're good. Barry, you're good. 3rd box. Hub, you do a very good job. You hold it on with one hand up over your head.
Yeah, Barry's just like, what in the fuck?
You guys carry these boxes to the vehicle, and no one is really looking at you any other way because these are just normal boxes. It doesn't say, hey, there's guns in here. They're just big, heavy crates. And you're able to easily fit it into the extra compartments that you have in your beautiful family Nomad car. Now, as far as anything else in there, you guys have do you guys take the computer with you? Do you take a hard drive, or you have copies of the files and that's good enough?
Hard drive.
Yeah, I think Adder copied the hard drive and then scrambled the hard drive on the actual computer.
Okay.
No, we took the hard drive.
Okay.
Oh,
You either way. I just want to know narratively what it is.
Yeah, narratively, either they're taking the hard drive or Barry's taking the CPU. Like, he's not leaving the CPU there for someone to look at later.
Okay. Alright, so you guys, it's settled. You guys take the hard drive, you just pull it out. It's a like regular hard drive. You pull it out of the PC, and you get an error message immediately on the monitor, and that's it. You guys are on your way. Make it into the vehicle.
Yeah, so right as soon as we get out, like, we close the door and we have Adder, like, just locks everything down, changes all the passwords to our stuff, and then I send those passwords to my guy, and I was like, we're leaving the building. Make it happen.
And as we're loading stuff up into the trunk, like, it'll look like we're loading it just into the trunk normally, but be putting it in like the hidden compartment in there.
Yeah, exactly. So like the way I imagine it is, where like the spare tire is,
Yeah, like the false bottom.
Yeah, and that's like a
yep.
little bit even deeper than it usually is, and like you can fit all kinds of cool stuff down there.
Yeah.
All right, so you do exactly that, and with the hard drive in hand, the address to that warehouse, information, you have the information about Gatekeeper Protocol, and these research paper results. Unfortunately, you guys don't have enough skills in science or deduction to figure out what's going on with these papers. But maybe you know somebody that does.
Yeah. I imagine we can bring him back to our buddies at the society and have him look at it for us.
Sure, you know the way. He lives in Terrytown.
It seems to be their area of expertise.
Exactly. By the way, shout out to the guy that lives in Austin, Texas. He left a comment saying, "Hey, are you guys from Austin? Because I always imagine the dark future would be exactly the way you guys have it."
Driving down 6th Street. Yeah, I saw that comment, dude. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, car chase down 6th Street sounds exactly like how I imagined it.
Nice.
Alright, so you guys make your way to Terrytown. Why don't I get a drive check from you?
Alright.
Drive, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Not good.
You forgot to put gas. The car goes clunk, 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 runs out of gas. Now, let me ask you this. As a nomad, would you have a gas canister somewhere in your car just sitting there?
I mean, probably not just sitting there, but maybe like the trunk.
Do you think that there is a chance, like a luck chance, that maybe you would have one? I think so.
Alright.
So why don't you roll me a 1d10 plus your luck? Alright. Luckily, there's enough gas in the canister that you have to fill up half of a gallon. Enough to get to a gas station. So you can fill up again.
Great.
And that's exactly what you do. You drive to the nearest gas station as your car is about to shut off again. You make it to the gas station, and you guys are parked, the four of you, in this vehicle. And there's other patrons at this gas station. It is also automated, so there are no... You don't have to pump, it does it on its own. You guys can just sit in the car, and it does everything for you. Or you have the option of doing it manually.
So if it does it for us, it will leave like a record of all the stuff, and if we do it manually, it doesn't? Is that what's happening?
That is the latest conspiracy theory with people. The people that pump don't trust the machines, and they say they're taking information about my vehicle and stuff like that. And some people call them crazy. Other people say that they're totally right.
I feel like Hub's the kind of guy that would pump his own gas.
Yeah. It's less of like
Hub's not from New Jersey and gets triggered when they have to pump their own gas.
Yeah, so like it's less of like I think that they're taking all of my information and more of like might as well pump my own gas just in case.
So yeah, you do that. You get up, and as the robotic arm is about to engage into the gas tank, as it is about to go and try to figure out where to pump, you hit the cancel button on the machine, and it says manual mode. It just appears on the screen, and you have control of it. You can connect your cred stick or pay by disposable cred eddies in the gas station, in the actual station.
I'll just pay with a cred stick. We got a couple from. We'll use our biker friends' cred sticks.
Good idea. The guy that tried to punk you guys, you punked him for his car or his bike, his motorcycle, and got some money from him as well. You have that cred stick on you, and you connect it, and it says approved, and you're able to pump gas, and that's what you do.
How many credits is that?
It just says approved, so you can fill up as much as you want.
Might as well fill up all the way while we're here.
Fill her up.
Yeah.
And it says, this will overdraft your account. Are you sure?
Wait, so that's why I'm asking how much.
You don't know how much he has in his bank account. You just know
the
that
hell cares
you're
if
gonna
it
overdraft.
Oh, okay. I thought we were okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Aw, damn. He's having a triple bad day, dude.
Gotta get shit on.
He's not having a bad day. He got a deal on a super sweet bike, okay? It barely cost him anything.
You overdraft. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And if he doesn't call the police and say, like, hey, or call his bank or whatever and be like, hey, somebody got my cred stick, I mean, that's really on him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know how banking works in the dark future, but hopefully they're as forgiving as the present. Well,
No, I don't think they are, but I think if he should have been like, called them immediately and been like, hey, they took my thing, don't let him use it. But then he didn't do that, so now I'm using it.
Para español, marque número 2. Damn it, I want to talk to a person!
See, the thing is, he is trying to do that. He's just currently still on hold.
So, you overdraft this poor guy's account as you fill up your tank all the way. And as you guys are doing that... Alright. You see a bunch of patrol cars from Austin City Police Department. These are unmarked. They don't have the lights on them or anything, but you can see it says Austin Exempt or ACPD on the back of these vehicles. They're like all blacked out. They stop at a red light right next to you guys as you're pumping, but then they just drive off.
Cool.
All right, and you are filled with gas, and you can make your way to Terrytown. And as you do that, you come up to Dr. Creel's house, and he sees you coming out the driveway. You see his he's at his blinds. He opens his blinds a little bit, cracks them open, looks outside, and then immediately shuts the blinds, goes out to the front door, opens the front door, and says, "Quickly, get in, quickly!"
All right, we hurry in.
All right, you guys shuffle into his house, and it looks like he's set up his couch, his table, his furniture, and all kinds of stuff in a kind of like fortification position. You have to like walk over like couch cushions and chairs and stuff there as they're all laid out. And he immediately lets you guys in, closes the door, locks it, pulls the latch, then jumps behind one of the tables that he has for cover, turns around, gets up, holds a shotgun at the door, and he says, "Come on, get into the cover."
Oh, okay. You expecting somebody to come in right now? Jump up.
You never know. You never know. They could come at any time.
Oh. Alright, well, we found some stuff for you guys to look at. We can watch the door while you do your stuff.
Okay, I confess I don't have any evidence that anyone is coming, but you never know.
Alright. Well, we'll still watch the door for you just to make you feel better, but we got some documents we need you to look at. We can't make sense of them, but we figured you might be able to.
So you guys hand over the documents to Dr. Creel?
Alright. We'll also, I guess, like, tell him what we found at the lab.
So
give him condolences for
wait till he goes through all the information before we give him bad news, man.
Alright, fair enough.
Alright, so first you hand over the research paper results to him. And he looks at it and he says, this is some kind of study that suggests that DNA degradation is occurring with test subjects and may be related to radiation exposure. Something with radiation over time and DNA degradation for certain subjects that are undergoing a procedure called the Gatekeeper Protocol. And then that's when you guys hand him the other paper. And he sifts through it and he says, okay, this is a Biotechnica project. It's creating machine learning AI using organic hybrids as a base?
I think that's when we tell them, like, they were seems like turning people into permanent net runners in there.
You're saying that to him, and his face turns pale. He kind of slowly sits down, puts his hand on his head. As he's reading this paper and listening to your account of what happened, do you guys tell him about the robot, the combat, the nightclub, everything?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I think so.
He's like kind of half listening to you and half reading this, and he says, yeah, it says the subject must be an able-bodied man or woman, preferably of high intellect, between the ages of 25 to 45. And with the help of a chemical compound, the subject is put into a fugue state so that they may be controlled. Their consciousness and power to reason is personified in a net architecture where their AI, and it says demon here, can manipulate the architecture to their desire. What have you found? What have they done to Jeffrey? Elena, did you find Elena there?
We didn't find Elena, we only found Jeffrey.
We found some parts labeled with her name, though. She might.
No, we didn't find parts.
No, I didn't find any parts with her name on it. That's the name I was looking for.
You're right. Never mind. I didn't say that. All right. So, yeah, we didn't find any of parts with her name labeled on them in that bin. She might still be somewhere else.
There's still some time. They were taken at the same time, and that's the only lab that we know of in Austin currently.
Well, there's also a warehouse.
A warehouse? Yeah, that makes sense. They have to have a place where they put all these drugs. I mean, the amount of drugs that they need. It says here the drug compound degrades DNA, leaving subjects mutated and comatose. And they hypothesize that exposure to everyday radiation has made the DNA unstable and reacts poorly with compounds and subjects' mental stress. And here it says difficulty subjects are afflicted with madness, and they name it AI meltdown, where they become obsessed with their suggested programming. They become fixated on one command and are unable to cope with the failing of the execution of the command.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And subjects are not easy to find, as the mental acumen of the subject is vital for Gatekeeper Protocol to be a success. That's why they want us. We're scholars. And but they're having trouble with our DNA. There's something about our DNA. We're exposed to too much radiation. I mean, after all the wars and the collapse, it's understandable. The radiation is a normal part of our life. But
that might be why they're trying to take over your dig site in case they find DNA from people, you know, non-mutated DNA. And I'm not even the smart guy here.
And he looks at you and he says...
He's definitely not the smart guy.
He looks at you, Sam, and he says, "Great Scott!"
You've been waiting for that one, haven't you?
Sorry, I saw that in a movie once. I always wanted to say it.
No, John, that was from Brian to John.
Oh, yeah.
You've been waiting for that one, haven't you?
Maybe I wrote it down, maybe I didn't. When players figure out, say, "Great Scott."
1.21 gigawatts!
So Dr. Creel stands up and he points the papers at you, Sam, and he says, "That's it! The gum, the chewing gum. The chewing gum that we found. It's over 10,000 years old. It hasn't been exposed to any of the same radiation that we have. It's been deep underground for many years. They want the DNA from ancient people to create AI that is organic. This is unprecedented. This is not something that I've ever heard of in my life."
Well, and this, you may not like this suggestion. Why don't we just destroy the chewing gum? That's the linchpin of their entire plan.
If we destroy the gum, we'd have to destroy the entire site. There's more of it at the site.
Fuck.
And destroying all those priceless artifacts, I can't do it. I'd rather die.
I get it.
There has to be something else. We have to cripple their businesses or cripple their power here in Austin, but they have such a grip. They have the city to back them. The city gave them all the permits that they need and everything, every turn.
Well, how about we leak what they're doing to the city? Maybe the city doesn't know about it. Are there and I can't believe I'm saying this, are there any non-corrupt officials in this goddamn city?
Doubtful.
The only good guys are dead. They've been long dead.
Well, I mean, I'm quite partial to throwing a firebomb through the front door of the city center.
I would probably say we should get our asses over to the warehouse as quick as possible. I'm going to look over at Homeboy. Hey, you got an extra armored vest I can get? Mine got a little shot up. We don't really have time to wait.
He says, okay, follow me. And he walks through his living room, through the dining room, to the kitchen. There's a back door, and it leads to the backyard. And out this backyard, it's nighttime. You hear the crickets. There's a soft dew in the air. And of course, it's red. The sky is red, as it always is around this time. And he leads you to a shed. And inside the shed, he has a bunch of trunks and stuff. He turns on a light that's connected to a metal string on the ceiling. He clicks on the light and starts opening boxes and is looking through there. Why don't we roll a... Okay. He opens one of the crates and he finds a flak vest inside. And it looks like it's your size, Barry.
Alright.
And inside, I might regret saying this, inside are 2 frag grenades.
I'm going to go ahead and grab those.
And he says,
you
take
go ahead
anything.
and grab those. You go ahead and grab those, and Sam pushes past you and grabs them from you. You don't know what the hell you're doing with these.
All right, well, why don't we do a grapple check? Grapple check.
Oh.
Both of you roll 1d10 plus dexterity plus
Brian,
your brawling.
Brian, my character is literally made to do demolitions. Right?
You don't have a...
Grapple check,
Listen, goddammit, roll your goddamn grapple check. 1d10 dexterity plus brawling.
I don't have brawling, I'm not rolling it.
Yeah, you could do it too. You'll get it. You're supposed to have it. Everybody has that as a basic, don't they? Brawling?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1d10 plus dexterity plus 2. Alright, you jump up to try to get the grenades, but Barry, what do you do?
Well, Barry's grabbing him, and as he goes to grab him from him, he just kind of holds him and looks at him. You know, you could ask.
Yeah, Sam, you grab at the grenades, and you can't pull them out of Barry's grip, and you're like, give me those! And he's like, and he's just standing still saying, hey, you could have just asked.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna give him one. We don't have a grenade launcher, so, but I'm keeping a grenade. Barry's keeping a grenade. He has plans.
Dr. Creel says, please, gentlemen, let's not mess with these explosives and play games.
Stop juggling the hand grenades, goddammit.
I have one other thing that I think might help. And he goes to the back of his shed and he opens up a container. And it has all kinds of biohazard logos on it and stuff like that. It's got the yellow and black biohazard logo. And he opens this container. And inside of it is a lead case. And he says, this is a highly flammable, highly toxic explosive device. And on the back of it, you can see that there's like a circuit board with a display and stuff like that. And he says, yeah, go ahead.
You see like the eyes on Sam's mask just get really wide. And he's holding the frag grenade and looking at the doctor, and he just kind of slowly hands the frag grenade back to Barry.
And he says, now listen to me here, Sam. This is very dangerous. We made this explosive about 2-3 years ago when we thought we'd have to use it, and we've never had to use it. But it looks like that time has come. So I'm just letting you know that not only will the warehouse go down, but it will go down 10 to 20 feet underground as well. That's how explosive this thing is.
Oh, Doc, you've made me the happiest girl in the city.
Now please make sure that none of my colleagues are in that warehouse before you set this off. If Elena's still alive, and I told you one of our other family members, she's been taken as well.
We'll make sure to get everyone out that we can before we blow that place up.
If that's it, then... And then all suddenly, why don't I get a perception check from you guys? Or awareness is what I should call it.
Okay, awareness? Well,
sorry,
it's
perception. It is perception, yeah.
Yeah, it was awareness in 2020.
Yeah.
Perception.
Okay, Barry, you hear the distinct sound of tires on gravel that sound exactly like a car pulling up on the driveway, and as you hear that sound, you hear more cars pulling up, and the reason why no one else can hear it is because it seems like the car is trying not to make noise as it's pulling up to the driveway. From where you guys are, you can't see the driveway. You can only if you had been able to hear it, you heard that, and that's what you heard, Barry.
Hey, Doc, pull up your cameras that show outside.
I'd have to go inside. Why? What is and check the computer?
Because we got company. Sounds like a few.
Well, I'd have to go in, and then you hear glass break and shatter.
Shit. Grab the doctor and throw him down, because your house is getting bombed, dude.
As you say, your house is getting boom. The inside of the house, there's a giant explosion. Dust and debris fly out the broken windows, and you see flames fly out of some of the windows, and you hear this fire alarm going off inside, and you hear the distinct sound of boots smashing into the inside of this house. The good news is you guys have a head start because you're in the backyard, and basically it's fenced off, and it's like his neighbor's yard and stuff like that, so you can go hop the fence and get out of there through a neighbor's yard.
Are we getting
out of here?
Are we getting out of here, or are we?
No, let's just roast marshmallows over the fire.
Well,
Fuck
I think the question is, do we want to get out of here, or do we want to try and get these guys? Like,
Sounded like a few cars pulled up, and they have some heavy explosives, so...
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Dock. Yeah, grab the dock and get out of here.
Alright, you guys do that. You go to the fence. Let's see, does he have a door in the fence? No, you wouldn't have a door. Why would you have a door?
Gate.
So it's a wooden gate that is a wooden fence. It's walled off. You can't see through it. You can only go over it. So why don't I get an athletics from you guys to pull up the good doctor and to get over the fence?
Oof.
Blackadder, you trip and you hit your head against this fence, taking 2 HP damage to your head, or just to your body.
Can I catch Adder with that 25?
Right, I'm gonna toss the doctor over.
So you do exactly that, Sam. Blackadder trips, falls, hits his head, takes a little bit of damage, but you're able to catch him and pull him up as you're going up over the fence. And all of you make it over the fence. And as you do that, you hear, when you guys are finally over the fence, you guys hear the back door of the house get kicked open. And you see flashlights aimed in your direction, but they can't see you. They don't have line of sight on you. But you see the glow of the flashlights as they're moving around trying to look for you guys.
Alright, do we want to try and do stealth to get back to the car, or just run? Also, if we do like stealth, did we just do like the average of the group check, or how are we?
Hey,
I'm down to do an average of the group check.
So, Barry's gonna stretch a little bit. All right. So, where do you want to meet back up at? Where do you want to pick me up at?
Oh, you're gonna split the party.
Are you gonna run off and try and distract him? No, we're good. I'll get away. We gotta get to the. So let's just get to the car together and we'll get the fuck out of here.
That's the only conversation you guys have time for, as these guys are gonna eventually try to look over this fence, and maybe look through the cracks. If they get close enough, like right up to the fence and look through the cracks, they'll be able to see you.
Great. So
I have one of those frag grenades out. By the way,
we're running, right?
I think looks like we're stealthing, trying to do a group stealth check.
Yep.
So, like,
I'm gonna do one for the doctor. That's for the doctor. Pretty good.
Nice.
Nice, Sam.
Stealth.
Nice. We all did pretty good.
Yeah.
Like the one time you see Sam just kind of reach down and all his lights turn off.
Barry, do you also want to do?
He did.
I did. Mine was 16.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I didn't notice that. Okay, so
It's right under my other.
yeah. So you guys make your way around the neighbor's fence, and the neighbors don't even know you're in their yard, and you go through their side gate outside. You walk out of their driveway, and all you have to do is make a left around the corner and make another left, and once you go around that corner, you'll see your vehicle in the driveway and their vehicles. So you guys do that. You make no noise. These guys are still looking for you. They're looking over the fence and stuff as you pass by. The only problem,
slashing their tires.
The only problem is you see all their vehicles there, and they're blocking your vehicle. One of their cars is blocking your car, and the way it's set up is it's front area where the hood is and the tires and stuff like. Actually, you know what? Why don't I just do a visual aid right here? Let me do a visual aid.
Nice.
So, are we on any kind of incline at all?
The driveway's an incline.
All right.
So this is how you guys are blocked off. You see that? You're this car, and that car is blocking you. There's also another car over here.
Hold up. Let's see this full look before we decide what we're doing.
Which one is this one? Is our car?
Yeah. And then there's just cars like laid out on the street like this, like on the curb. And basically this, let me get a pen out. This whole area right here is a curb. And the only way out is this way, but you're gonna have to either hit this car, bless you, or drive up over the lawn this way and hit a fence, break a fence, and go out that way. Or same thing right here. Break a fence and go out through the curb.
So, alternate plan. I have my tech tool and the tech ability for land vehicles. Can I cut their brakes so that the cars just roll away?
Yeah, you can even try to hotwire their... You can get in their car and turn off the e-brake if you can unlock the vehicle.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll try and turn off the e-brake so we can quietly get it out of there.
Okay, why don't you roll me your land vehicle check with your tech tool, basic tech land.
And I don't need like lights or anything because I've got cyber eyes, the dark vision stuff.
Perfect, and I'm gonna give you a +2 because you're using the tool. With the 20, it's more than enough. Click, click. You unlock the door. It's all blacked out, tinted out windows. You unlock the door. You get in, and inside this looks like a kind of like a cop car. It has like that computer in the middle and a screen. It doesn't have anything that says Austin Police Department or anything like that. But you are seeing Biotechnica logos on some of the stuff that's in the car, some of the peripheral things.
Alright. So, yeah, we'll move those cars out of the way and then just stealthily glide on out of here with the lights off because I can see in the dark.
So
I don't
you pull the e-brake and it starts to slowly roll back. Give me a driving check.
Alright.
I mean, I'll stand there to stop it.
You can guide him. Yeah, you can do that. All right, just fine. You're just fine. You stop it before it collides with this other vehicle, making no noise, silently. you can get into your vehicle and do the exact same thing. As you guys pull the e-brake, you slide, you turn the wheel.
Hold up, I'm gonna wait for him to get the car pulled out before I get in and ready to go, because I want to slash their tires.
Okay, as he's doing that, you could have been slashing the tires easily.
Yeah.
So-
I just want to let you know before we go. Barry has been slashing tires.
In fact, if you told the other guys to help you, it would be easier because all of you could do it at the same time.
Yeah, and I got enough knives to hand out.
And that's exactly what you do. Even Dr. Creel helps you. He slashes a couple tires. All you need to slash is one. And then slowly, you guys, the Hub pulls the e-brake, and you guys are in the street. And basically, at this point, Hub, you got to turn on the vehicle.
Yeah.
And everybody has to get in.
Yep. I'll like use the e-brake to stop the car again before turning it back on. Everybody gets in, and then I turn it on and start driving.
All right, everyone gets in. You turn on your car. The sound of your car turning on is loud enough, you think, that it might have triggered their senses inside. But let me get a driving check from you, and for the love of God, do not roll a 1. All right.
Nice.
You do just fine.
He did not.
And as you're driving past the street corner, you finally see these guys come out to the street. They run out to the sidewalk, and they aim their guns at you, but they don't fire. They don't fire because they're just not sure if they can hit you or something. For some reason, they don't fire. And you guys are able to get out of this area in Terrytown, and you drive off.
All right.
And you drive off heading to where?
We're going to warehouse, right?
Well, I don't know. Do we want to lay low for a second? Like, do we want to get somewhere first and drop off the doctor, or do we want to...
Yeah, it's like, ask the doctor if he has some place.
The doctor says, there's no time, we don't have enough time, and I don't know where... Maybe I can find somewhere. Maybe. And he's just he's flustered.
Fuck it, we're going.
Alright.
As we're driving away, Sam's like, "Get fucked, douchebags!" He's turning his lights back on.
Hell yeah. You do that, Blackadder. You still have a headache from the Black Ice program and from hitting your head against that fence.
I'm swapping out my chest piece with the flak vest.
If I look over at Adder and he sees like he's still having a headache, I'm like, I know it's been a while. Here you go.
Do you do synth coke, Blackadder?
No, please.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
All right, roll me a resist torture drugs, please. All right, you take it like a champ. You are not addicted.
He may or may not have put a couple ranks into it.
You have increased your reflex by 1 for up to 4 hours, which is exactly the amount of time that we are in now for our next session, which will be part 4 of Cyberpunk Red with the Wise Guys as they head over to the Biotechnica warehouse with Dr. Creel in tow. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for this awesome, exciting time as we continue the story. And before we go, let's get plugs from anybody. Brian, plug your YouTube and all that. I mean, your Twitter, Twitch.
You can see the name. It's What the Fool. Check me out on. I have a YouTube channel. I occasionally upload stuff too. And I have my Twitch channel that we play games on and hang out and just be ridiculous.
Sam also couldn't let Blackadder be the only one to party.
Of course not.
Damn. Sam didn't even feel that.
Nope. All right, Joe, you don't stream or anything, but you just want people to send you positive vibes, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right. Positive vibes for Joe.
Positive vibes and feet pictures.
And Jimmy, are you trying to be an influencer or what?
I'm not trying to be an influencer. I just play video games and stream randomly. Right now, I'm playing Mortal Shell over at my channel in Jimbalsaurus Rex.
That's that new Dark Souls type game, right?
It's a Souls-like. You can't play it as fast-paced as Dark Souls. It's relatively slow-paced. I read a way they described it, and think of combat in Mortal Shell like a rhythm game.
Ah.
And you'll do very well.
Okay.
But the lore in the game is amazing.
All right. Sounds good. There is a plug for Mortal Shell, ladies and gentlemen. We are sponsored by them. And DG, tell people.
I thought we were sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends like everybody else on YouTube.
Yeah.
Nice.
I found this new cool game that you guys probably haven't heard of. Raid Shadow Legends.
Jesus Christ.
All right, DG, tell people about your exciting new stuff that's going on with your channel.
DG Rage Riot everywhere. Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Currently streaming a metric shit ton of EVE Echoes. It is the mobile version of EVE Online. It is amazing, and they have so much work to do, and it's going to go really far. I'm having a blast playing science fiction, of course, because I'm a science fiction nerd. You know how it is.
Yeah, if you guys are into Carbon 2185 as well, DG has some videos about that RPG, which is it's pretty much like a cyberpunk world, but using the D&D 5e system.
Yep.
So
you know what cyberpunk game that really got talked about very little, even though some people kickstarted it and backed it and stuff like that, is this game right here.
Carbine
Jungle. Nice.
Carbine Jungle
by NorCal Mythos.
Nice.
Carbine Jungle by our boy NorCal Mythos. And if you look in there, if you ever get your book or a PDF and stuff for it, there may or may not be a couple shout outs to people in this channel, like John, and special thanks to Jimbosaurus Rex, and I'm pretty sure DG, you're in there too, right?
Are
you in there?
I don't think he backed that one. No, he backed the other one.
No.
Did you get
Carbon 2185?
Carbon 2185. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the backing. I got the special edition gold hardcover, the dice.
Yeah, man.
The poster behind me, that beautiful poster you see behind me on the wall.
Exactly, guys. We're here to support other people making games. We love playing games. We love interacting with people that play games. And we're just a bunch of guys that just like to get together and like hug and maybe throw some oil in there, and we can wrestle too,
Yeah, fun times. Fun times.
We talking about Turkish oil wrestling right now?
I mean,
Normal bro stuff.
That escalated quickly.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one next week. Let's do this again next week. It's too fun to not do it next week. All right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. We'll be here again for you guys next week. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed, you do all the good stuff that you do for people that you like on YouTube. Let me be that man for you. All right? And as Jimbles is blinding our entire audience, we'll see you guys on the next one. Say bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Roller.
Me, red leather, yellow leather. How now, brown cow.
A-E-I-O-U. A-E-I-O-U.
A-E-I-O fuck you.
That's not going in. Demonetized.
Demonetized immediately.
Fuck Jimmy. Jimmy's a whore. Okay, I'm good.
All right, I'm good. Jimmy sucks. Jimmy sucks. Jimmy sucks. All right, good. I'm good.
Fuck you guys. I'm not playing.
But it was just
Fuck you
vocal
guys, I'm going
exercise.
home.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Just,
I am home.
It's just the best way to exercise our vocal cords.
Fuck you guys. I'm just gonna do this.
No.